Welcome to Inspired Conversations, Living the Legacy with Legends. My name is Unkarabile Wisdom Mukoto and I'm your host. We all know the saying of the great teacher that a prophet is without honor in his hometown or in his own house. Against all odds, a lady started his initiative right at her own school by the name of Phophi Tshifularo. And she's here with me today to share more about her movement. My sister, Nda. Barame.
Dione.
Kakati ahona.
Yeah.
Welcome to Inspired Conversations.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Let's just start from the beginning and know who is Miss P Visionary, aka.
Okay. My name is Phophi Tshifularo, and I am originally from Limpopo, Thohoyandou, and I reside in Witbank. I am 19 years old, and I am schooling at Coronation Secondary School. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Phophi.
There's a lot with Phophi. Phophi, she is one girl who's very ambitious, and also who has a lot of confidence, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. And the name Miss P Visionary, where does it come from?
Okay. This name came about. I just thought because my name is Phophi, why don't I give myself a nickname kind of called Miss P Visionary. Then the visionary I gave, the reason why I gave myself the visionary is because I am the visionary of Partakers Talk Show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, talking about Partakers, just tell us more about what do you guys do there, and what actually inspired you to come up with such initiative that changes actually helps other learners to change their circumstances and also achieve their dreams. What inspired you, and you can tell us more about it?
Okay. The talk show called Partakers in Coronation. This talk show is just all about motivating my fellow learners to be to just learn to be self-motivated. There's a lot that goes in there, and then after then I always teach my fellow learners to just be dedicated in their schoolwork and everything. And then what inspired me to start Partakers in Coronation? This thing, I wouldn't say there's something that inspired me. The reason why I started Partakers Talk Show is because I just had a vision that I must start the talk show in the school that I will be moving into. I moved to Coronation in 2017. So this vision I had it in my previous school when I was still in my previous school. Then when this vision came about, it was a lot of process. First of all, I didn't know how to go about it, making it a reality when I got to a new school. So actually what I did at first, the first thing that I had to do, it was to find myself a mentor to guide me through this process. And also in that school I had to find a teacher that can help me with this vision, and by the grace of God I did. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you said that against all odds, your condition of stuttering,
Yes.
as we can also hear it now.
Yeah.
You never wanted to be an excuse.
Yeah.
Against all odds, you actually. But how did you actually overcome that? how did you tell yourself that, apart from this condition, I'm going to make this happen? Because it's a talk show, you talk, as the name talk show, you talk there. And when you start like this, don't you find some challenges where people get tired or maybe get annoyed that when are you going to finish talking?
Okay, actually in the talk show, I have no problem. The people in the talk show, they don't mind. They understand my condition, and also I have explained to them that I have this condition, and they understand very well. So actually, I don't have a problem with this problem of stuttering. But actually, by the time I started, telling my mates about this talk show, they discouraged me a lot. They were like, are you going to make yourself a laughing stock? I told them, no, I won't make myself a laughing stock. I'm going to make this vision a reality no matter what. And by the grace of God, it happened. And then I remember in my first talk show, I was not hosting my talk show alone because I was scared that obvious I'm going to start and then and then the talk show won't go well the way I planned it.
Yeah.
Then I actually had somebody who I was hosting the talk show with. She was actually helping me, and then on the other side, I didn't do a lot of talking.
Okay.
Then I was surprised. My voice came out. I was able to talk. Then I was like, I can do this. This means I must keep on going. I must keep on hosting more talk shows. So to me, because actually on Friday we host this talk show. Before we can host the talk show, obvious, I'll have to pray to God to guide me through this session that we're about to have, and then it just worked wonders, by the way.
No, that's great. And I mean, just tell me about the changes or the impact rather, that you have seen in your peers. What are the testimonies that you have received since you started the talk show?
Okay, we have received a lot of testimonies, and then there are some of those children that never used to take their life seriously. They are taking their life seriously, and then in the talk show, there's this girl who goes by the name of Madzanga Malindi. Madzanga Malindi, she attends the talk show. What happens? This young lady, she started her own foundation because she was actually inspired by one of the guests that we hosted in the talk show. She started her own foundation. This foundation is called Clever Babies. This foundation actually teaches little children how to read and how to write. So there's a lot that's going on in the talk show. Those people who attend the talk show, they're very influential in the school, I must say.
And I mean, some of them, I think you have said that they've gained confidence.
Yes.
They never used to stand in front of people.
I remember that those partakers who attend the talk show, they were not confident at all in class. Some of them, they tell me that now we can just talk English because people actually are scared to talk English in class. You find that in physics class, they're asking them questions they don't want to answer because actually they're scared. But some of them now, they are able to talk with confidence very well. Yeah.
No, that's great. I mean, you're doing a great job. Yeah. And I mean, I've seen the pictures that you have sent me, and I've seen that it's a huge success.
Yeah.
But before it succeeded, it failed 10 times.
Yeah.
What actually made it to fail 10 times? And what made you, after failing, what made you to persist and say, no, I'm going to make it until it happens? Let's just start what actually made it to fail 10 times.
Okay, because the thing at first you have to talk to the people to tell them about this vision. It was so hard for me. I used to make posters and paste them around the school. And then I would just tell people that on Friday you have to attend the talk show. And then I would tell people in my class that you must come and attend the talk show on Friday. And then no one would pitch up. Since from May, no one pitched up. in the talk shows, even during June, before our media exams, no one pitched up to the talk show. It was really hard. And then during that time, it was before I found a mentor.
Okay.
I was just doing things on my own, you see. So then when I found the mentor, that is when things started moving. Yeah.
Okay. And what actually made you to persist and said, as much as it failed 10 times, but I believe this time it will work? What actually encouraged you?
Okay. The thing that encouraged me the most is because I really believed in this vision more than anything. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And tell me about the support from your teachers, from the principal. Are they supporting you? And when you started, were they supporting you?
Okay. By the time we started, actually we didn't get much support from the teachers and the learners, but on 2017 when we started, we didn't get that much support. But in 2018, we actually got more support from the teachers and the learners. Yeah.
So the teachers also attend. Some of the teachers do attend.
Some of the teachers, they do attend. If for example the principal if the principal she's available, she does attend the talk show. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And
That's
this
great.
and then we do have we actually do have some teachers who are actually regulars in the talk show.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's good. That's a great support.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about your vision. Obviously, which grade are you doing now?
I'm doing grade 12.
You're doing grade 12.
Yes.
So you are leaving now.
Yeah, I'm
So tell me about the vision. After leaving the school, what will happen about the talk show? Is it gonna end
And,
because
okay.
you are now gone, or what's your plan about it?
Okay, actually, I'm not going to end the talk show in that school. Obvious, I'll have to find someone. I have to find someone who can host the talk show. If for example that one does not work, this means I'll have to come back every now and then to come and host the talk show in the school because this talk show is really making positive changes in the school. So I wouldn't leave it. Yeah, I want the talk show to continue in Coronation.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. And is it only in Coronation where you are focusing on? Are you not maybe looking at taking the talk show in other schools maybe, or you just focus on your school?
I do want this talk show to be I do want this talk show to be at other schools. Yeah, in few years down the line, this talk show will be in other schools. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the review, the book reviews that you guys do. What happens there in your book reviews?
Okay, in the book reviews, actually, as the partakers, we have to go to our school library and actually pick a book that we can review. Actually we host this book review once in a month. So actually we pick a book that we feel like all of us we can review. Yeah.
Okay. And you spoke about the guests that one of the learner was encouraged by a guest that you have invited to the talk show. Normally when you invite the guest, what is the procedure of inviting the guest? Who do you invite when you invite guests to the show?
Okay. Actually, I invite different guests from walks of life. Yeah, different guests from walks of life.
Like motivational speakers.
Yeah, business people, you see, creative people. Yeah.
Okay. So do you sometimes maybe, as you said, there are regular teachers that comes to the show. When they come to the show, do they just watch what you guys are doing, or do they partake also, like talking, being involved?
They partake in the talk show. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm glad that one of your teachers is accompanying you today to come to the show.
Yeah.
So I'm actually glad about it. Yeah. So I'm so confident, and I'm so actually inspired by what you are doing.
Yes, sir.
And I believe that against all odds, as I've said, that you managed to rise above,
Yeah.
and you're an inspiration.
Yeah.
So there are many young people out there. Someone is watching the show as we are talking now, and they are discouraged. Some they have different conditions, like you have your stuttering condition. Some they have different conditions. What can you say to them when you inspire them, just to rise above every circumstances?
Okay. One advice. One advice. One advice that I can give them, that I used for myself, is just to learn to put God first in everything, because actually you can never overcome anything without God. So to everyone, who's watching at home, the only advice that I can give them is just to focus on themselves, and also to put God first above everything.
Amen. Now, apart from the talk show, what are your ambitions as individual, as Phophi, as you're doing grade 12? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, apart from the talk show? As individual, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay. In the next 5 years, I see myself owning, having my own television production. Yeah, I see myself achieving a lot, and then, by the way, I want to be a social worker. So because I am so passionate when it comes to community works. So yeah.
So talk show will be. What are you gonna do? Like, what's your vision about the talk show in the television, the TV show? What are you gonna do there in the talk show?
Okay, in the talk show, I am still going to be doing what I do. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I wanted the talk show in my school. My dream was to have a studio in my school whereby we will stream this talk show live in the school. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's nice. That's great. And all the best for your future. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I'm inspired, encouraged, and motivated, and I believe that my viewers are also encouraged and inspired by you. Continue the good work. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Inspired Conversations, Living the Legacy with Legends. My name is Unkarabile Mokoto, and I'm saying to you, let's meet next time, same place, on Global Conference TV. The journey continues.